Hi, I'm Marilyn, and this is Eric, and we're the Calax Shelfies.
And today we're talking about our experience with Gloomhaven in 2 players and 4 players, because there is a difference.
Yeah.
This small little box.
Tiny.
I'm quite strong. I can balance Gloomhaven on one hand. Okay, it's a prop. It's movie magic. So we first played Gloomhaven with 2 players, you and me,
Yeah.
chugging through. I think it was like
It's like 70s.
around 70 plays.
Yeah.
We finished it. We played after we were done, we continued with some of the side quests, but it felt like
We were finished.
Yeah.
We did everything we think that we could possibly open, but there's still so many quests that we didn't do. But yeah, in any case.
We felt pretty done with it at that point.
Right.
And then we played it with 4.
Yeah.
And then we played it all the way through. And then we played the expansion also.
Right.
And the expansion. So the original one was maybe like about 75.
Yeah.
And 20 expansion plays. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it was quite a bit easier with 4 players.
Yeah. The thing is, when we went into this with the 4 players, I thought, oh wow, this is going to be harder.
Because
there's so many more monsters,
elite monsters.
And elite monsters, and you know, so in the instructions sometimes it has to do with how many players, and of course they make it harder with 4.
Yep.
But it wasn't. It was.
The action economy with 4 players against 2 is huge.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling with 2, maybe you have to play 2 characters or something.
Right.
I mean, we got through it.
We
with
did
2.
it fine with 2, but it wasn't. It was definitely not the same.
No. Here we could up the difficulty here and there.
Yeah.
By both purpose and mistake. we're playing easy. No, wait, we're playing
we're
hard.
playing on level 7. How do you play on level 7? Oh well, you know, some of those have like a +1. Oh, never mind.
No.
It worked out. We still won.
Yeah, we still won.
Yeah.
And it was still easier than with 2 players.
Yeah.
We had much more close calls with 2 players.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Well, there was a lot that we worked and we thought we were gonna make it in the last minute. It was like, nope, dead.
Yeah.
We're like, oh. Yes.
But with 4 players, usually someone got through.
Yeah.
Because we ran out of. I mean, we're not good players, but I'm saying it's a lot easier with 4 than 2.
We're fun players. We want to have a good time.
Yeah. Like Cyndi Lauper, she played Gloomhaven already in the 80s. But other than that, I mean, the playtime went up, of course.
Yeah, that did.
It's you can pretty much say it's X minutes per player, because we doubled almost all our playtime.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But on the other hand, there's more people to help with setup and things like that. So.
Yeah.
And of course, it's usually more fun to play with 4 players.
Yep. Yeah, well, you get like a bunch of different, 4 different characters playing 4 different ways, and
helping each other and things like that.
Right.
There's more synergy.
Yes, and there was quite a few, like when we had the quests, like the road quests or road events and such, that we were like 2 and 2. 2 wanted to go this way and 2 wanted to go the other way, which is kind of neat because it's nice to have that like variety of how we should go.
But also you had a bigger chance of like some of those events have like if you have this character.
Yeah.
And of course if you have 4 characters, there's a bigger chance you have one of those characters.
Right.
So that also worked out.
Yeah.
I would not tell people not to play it with 2 players.
It was still really fun with 2 players. I mean, it was fun either way. But comparing.
But know that if you're struggling, it might be because you're 2 players.
Yeah.
And you might want to go down in difficulty. I think we had to do it. I don't remember what we played on in the end. I remember like the first 2 scenarios are the hardest in the whole book.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, think about that too. Yeah.
Many people say like one of those other ones like it's really hard, and every time we played it we just stomped through it, so I guess we got lucky there.
Yeah.
But of course you don't know how to play when you play it the first time either.
Right.
But so there was more options, like we had more symbols on the cards.
Yeah.
So something triggered. We had more like things like someone did this and someone else could take advantage of what someone else did.
Right.
We had a lot more of that going on. And also, like, if you poison all the other monsters, and there's 3 players after you going.
Right. Then they're going to do more damage.
Then they're going to do more damage and things like that. So, so overall, I think some of the heroes we had would not be very valid not as valid in a 2-player game as in a 4-player game.
Right, we had quite you go through quite a few players in Gloomhaven during your campaign, and we've had quite a few that are supporting characters basically. So if you are just 2 and one is a supporting character, well, then you have one person trying to kill all the monsters basically.
But also, it happened more often with 2 players that you just use the basic action and the special thing. I think.
Right.
Because
you do always have that.
Because you didn't have the same setup. So you got to use more of your special abilities, I thought anyway. But other than that, I think it's worth it both at 2 and 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think if you play the expansion, you should play with more than 2 characters, because one of the characters might have to run around a lot and do other things.
Right.
While the other people deal with the monster, but then you're gonna have less monsters too.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's balanced, so I'm not gonna say boo or bah
No.
on that.
No, definitely. If you are 2 people then and you want to play 2 players, do it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's still worth it.
Yeah.
But the base box with 2 players and 4 players, it's more fun at 4. But it's really fun with 2.
Yeah.
So
it's fun.
It's
any
fun.
way you look at it.
Also, you should paint your miniatures. It's much nicer. And nobody should like come in like the last weekend we're playing and say, I'm taking a new character here. I'll put this grey plastic slob out of the board among painted minis. That's just...
You can't help you when you have to retire when it's time
It's
to
just
retire.
all, yeah, but you could pick one that was painted. And someone else also just retired and took out another. We had 2 plastic slobs, grey, blah. So just had 5 days, they would have been painted.
Well, I guess we have to play at 3 players now, so we can do a new comparison.
Yeah, look out for our next video in 7 years. Gloomhaven at 3 players. Is it worth it? No. I don't know.
Yeah.
And also, it's coming in a 2nd edition now. I don't think we need a 2nd edition.
No, I don't think
I feel fairly done with Gloomhaven for a few years now.
Yeah. So we have Frosthaven too, so that we haven't even started with. So
anyway,
yes,
Gloomhaven, 2 players, 4 players. There is a difference. It's fun with both. It's harder with 2.
Right.
And you get to do slightly more fun stuff with 4.
Yeah.
But you get to also fight more elite monsters, and then those wood imps come out and they curse you, and they curse you on their ability, and they curse you on the cards, and they should be removed from the game. What?
No.
Okay, I think this is the end of the video. I have nothing more to say.
Have fun.
Just remove them. You'll have more fun without them. Bye.
Bye bye.